Welcome back to another video, and first things first, I just want to say thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. This is the first video that I've recorded since hitting 1,000 subscribers, so thank you all so much. Massive giveaway coming up by the end of April. I'll announce that in probably next week's video, or at some point I'll announce it, just look out for it. This is going to be a super hard video to film because the wind is absolutely roaring. As things stand, I am now able to fish the new club waters. I mean, I've fished them on day tickets, but I'm allowed to fish my new club waters. I say club, it's not a club, it's like a group almost. I don't know, it's weird. It's not like my old club, because my old club, it wasn't open for day tickets, it was only open to the club. But as I've said before, there's not a massive group of people that fish these waters. So, like I always say, guys, if you do know this lake in particular, please don't mention it in the comments. I mean, I just don't want to come down there and just draw too much attention to the lakes. I mean, it would help if I caught a fish. I haven't caught a fish from this lake, and I fished here 3 or 4 times. I think maybe 3 times, I think. So yeah, like I said, I've got a quick overnighter. Tomorrow night, I'm actually fishing with Adrian, which will probably be next week's video. And the night after that, I'm not sure if it's going to happen yet, but I'm hoping I'm going to be able to book onto Willowbank, because I'm still in search of big red, but I'm not going to catch big red if I don't fish at Willowbank, so I need to get on it more. But yeah, this is it. This is the start of my new ticket. We are at the secret lake. Come on. So here's what I'm using. I've got a little Parker Baits Fruit and Nut wafter on there, a little cork dust wafter, and that's got a little pink topper on it, and then it's a D-rig, a slip D-rig. I've got a bit of foam around the hook so that there's no silk get caught in that. And in there, I've got a little bag of mini mix and the magic dust, fruit and nut magic dust. What I'm going to do is dip it, fruit and nut sauce. Oh, it's so thick, look. Look at that. Get it right in there. It's PVA friendly, guys, so that should be good. And look at that. That is ready to go out. Now, because this is a small little intimate lake, it's just an underarm flick to the far margin. I mean, that time I did cast over. I mean, I could have probably underarmed it, but I got a beep on the right hand rod, single beep. That must be just it settling. I can see the foam's just popped up. Yeah, I did use a sort of an overarm cast my right hand rod. Again, I probably could have done it underarm, but it's very silty, so I'm using light leads, 2 ounce leads. I mean, I could probably get away with using 1.5, so I might change. But I'm fishing, yeah, like I say, quite locked up because of the reeds, and there's a lot of like snags and stuff over there. So any indication, I'm going to get straight on it, no messing about. I haven't got any wrapping sticks with me because, like I say, look, it's a small chuck, it really is. Now, I've got a couple of spots. I wouldn't say spots as such because I haven't baited them up. I'm not sending out any bait over the top. I'm just sending out little mesh bags, hoping that'll work. I think Jordan, when he gets here, is going to use solid bags, so we'll see if there's a difference. And if they come on the feed, we might get some bait in there. But at the moment, I'm not interested in putting a load of bait in. Just little mesh bags around my hook bait and see if we can nick one. And just before I get any further into this video, please go down, drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate that. Get that done now before you forget. Oh, Jordan's just arrived. He's got the old new Fox Frontier. I say new, it's new for him. But I would just want to quickly say thank you. In my video at Jimmy's Lake, I was asking about a pillow, and somebody told me that you can get a pillow which matches the actual bivy, like it's made for the bed chair. So now, even though it's not, I mean, I did want a cool funky little fishy one, but that one, this is the one that goes with this bed chair. So now I've got something to dribble on at night. Lovely. And besides a floating patch of grass that's come out of nowhere, apparently there are, well, it's fishing well at the moment. There's been a few fish out, and it's been netted apparently recently also. So a lot of the smaller fish have been taken out, the tench, the bream, all that. In fact, I don't even know if there was bream in there, but the tench and the smaller fish have been taken out. which is odd because it doesn't explain why my bobbins were dancing a minute ago, and that wasn't the wind. However, it is Friday evening, and on, I think it was, I don't know if it was Monday or Tuesday, earlier on in the week, the big common got caught from here, which was really annoying because Jordan said to me last week, he was like, oh, do you want to go fishing here next Friday? And I was like, yeah, we'll see what the weather's doing, all this sort of stuff. And yeah, we found out earlier in the week the big common was caught. So it didn't put us off because there's still lots of really nice fish in here to be caught. But that is the big common. It's down in weight. It came out in £30 on the nose. Now, as far as I'm aware, that's the biggest fish in here. £30 is like 130 in here. But there is a big fully in here as well, which is on my list. There's a few fish in here that are on my list. But the big fully, I think, is upper 20s, so it could be pushing 30 by the end of the year. There's a fish in here called Dumpy, a fish called Cheeks that came out 2 days ago. That was 26 plus. But yeah, there's some really nice fish in here. They've got character. There's a couple of simmos in here, but they've got character, some of the fish in here, and I just want to start working my way through the fish. It would be nice to catch a couple of named ones this year. But having said that, like I said, my track record with this lake is pretty awful, so I haven't actually had a fish from here yet. Right, so the beauty of fishing the way I am with the mesh bags means I can choose, I can change my spots if I need to, rather than just bait up one spot. Oh, there's fish knocking those reeds over there, look. In fact, you can see the wind blowing them one way and then all of a sudden one twitches like that. I feel like that's a safe place for them. Anyway, Bailiff just come around and he said the big fish that was caught earlier in the week came out from this swim. I don't know exactly where. And he did also say that it has been caught twice in 2 days before, so fingers crossed. But yeah, so that little cove there was where I was fishing earlier. I've just redone both my rods. They're done for the night now. So what's happened is left hand one has gone out to where the right hand one was, so it's on the edge of these reeds here where the scum, you see the scum in the water? I'll zoom in, just collecting there. All the wind's blowing down there, all the food's being blown down that way. So yeah, I'm just on the edge of those reeds there. Right hand rod is, see where that floating bit of grass is? It's just completely moved everywhere. But yeah, I'm fishing just off of that now, around this sort of area here, because I have seen fish jumping there. I say jumping, not fully jumping, but surfacing. Now nothing big, but there's signs of fish there, so I've got a bait over there. So that's the rod set up now. I'm going to leave them overnight. Like I say, I've had a couple of single knocks. I don't know whether they're liners or what. But rod tips are down, we're in for a windy night, bivvy's all set up. I've got my pillow in there, which I'm happy about, so thank you to everyone who told me about that. I think we can get some food ordered. And Jordan and I have just had a wager on the two biggest fish in here. So the big fully is 50 quid because it's the second biggest fish in here, and then Joker is the biggest fish. That was weird. Joker is the biggest fish, and we put £100 on that, so the first one to catch, like if I catch a Joker first, he gives me 100 quid. If he catches the big fully first, I give him 50 quid. I'm 50 quid up, happy days. But we might never catch him. We've got the whole year. We might rejoin again next year. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But the rods are in the water. The traps are set. We've got a chance. Come on. Well, you would not believe this. I had to go and pick up the food. Guess what's happened? He's only gone and caught one. He's got it in the net. So let's go and see it. Let's go and check it out. Just typical, innit, that I wasn't there when that happened. Typical, innit? I said I went to get the food and the boy's in. He's wrapping up, getting it out again. Any good?
Yeah.
Right, well, I've got food. We'll sort that out in a minute. We'll deal with the fish first. And let's have a look at it. So here it is, first fish of the session. I mean, that is a perfect looking kind. Look at that, George. Everything, there's not a scale missing, is there?
She's lovely.
Oh, I say that, actually, there's a bit of a mark on top of it there. In fact, there is one scale missing, just as I say that. Do you want to hold him up and we'll get some footage for you? But there we go, £12.2. Beautiful way, beautiful. Well, Jordan hasn't been fishing for months, so beautiful way to get back into it.
I'll take him.
Oh, absolutely, mate. And you've had better luck on this lake than I have. I mean, I've not caught anything from this lake, but you've had a couple of carp out, I think, haven't you? But yeah, look at that, beautiful, such nice condition. Right, hold it up, we'll get her photo and then we'll get her back. There you go, look at that. Try and get your fingers down if you can, up the way. and towards the tail, fingers down towards the tail.
Out of the way.
But there you go. Like I say, beautiful looking fish, and swam off to have a little salt flirt.
There she goes.
There you go. Right, well done. Hopefully, there's more to come.
It's just about
Food time.
yeah.
I've got a doner wrap with mozzarella dippers and chips. But yeah, look, it's not exactly good for me, but I'm going to explain what's happening. I'm trying out intermittent fasting. Now it's 8 and 16, so it's 16 hours without food, 8 hours with food. So between 12 o'clock midday and 8 p.m, I can eat whatever I want. I say whatever I want. I'm trying not to take the mick. Like, I'm just trying to eat normal. I'll have a ham and cheese sandwich, a bag of crisps, a little chocolate bar. Like, I'm not eating takeaways and like pizzas and stuff in my face. Ironically, I say that as I'm eating a doner wrap. Look, I'm fishing, okay? But it's a treat. What I'm going to say is, like, Monday to Friday, it's a Friday today. You get the point. On an average day, I will just eat normally. Like, I won't try and eat healthy. I won't try and eat bad. I'll just eat normally, as I normally would. Like I say, a sandwich, bag of crisps, whatever. But when I come fishing like this, if I'm going to have a little treat, I can have a little treat every now and then. Okay, so I'm going to try this intermittent fasting, see what happens. And I think, to be honest with you, I don't do enough exercise. So I just think I need to do some exercise. Well, I'm just glad it wasn't one of the big ones, because I didn't want to be giving him 100 quid or even 50 quid. So, like I say, nice start, beautiful fish. And a lot of these fish in here are in such nice condition. They're well looked after, beautiful fish. And yeah, imagine catching one like that that's twice the size of that in that condition. Beautiful. It's about 8 o'clock now, and I've had a couple of little single bites on that left-hand rod. I got a feeling one of them's going to go some point overnight. But I'm really enjoying these little overnighters. You know, the one at Orchard, the one at Wadmill, this one. I'm doing another night tomorrow night elsewhere, and then potentially even the night after that, I'm gonna go somewhere and do an overnight as well. So having this bivy is brilliant because it just flips out. I don't know if I've told you about this before, but it's a Sonic AXS bivy. It's just a standard one. It's not like a 2-man one. It's not the brand new one. It's just a Sonic AXS bivy, and it's almost like a brolly system. It just pops up and pops down so quickly. I love it. It's brilliant. And for, like I say, for little cheeky overnighters like this, it's perfect. But yeah, I don't know. It's about 8 o'clock now, and we're going to see what the night brings us. Hopefully, I can have a nighttime fish. Well, I know you can't see it, but this pillow, oh, it's so nice. It's just what I've been needing on my little overnighters. Oh, it's just such a nice, comfy. It's perfect. It honestly is perfect. And also, it's meant to drop down to as, well, I was going to say as low as 7 degrees tonight. Do you know how happy I am that I'm out in my bivvy and it's going to be 7 degrees? I'm excited that it's not going below like 3 degrees, which is crazy. So, yeah, spring is just around the corner. We're getting warmer evenings. Hopefully soon we'll be getting lighter days and just warmer weather in general. Right, well, the lucky charm, which I don't know the name for just yet because it is a Friday night, and the video that's going up on Sunday is going to be deciding his name. So when we find out what his name is, in the next video I'll know what his name is. But yeah, he's not brought me any luck today, has he? Or tonight, as of yet, touch wood. Probably because I haven't kissed him on the head. Let's kiss him on the head. There you go. I know it's like a bit of a weird thing to do, but you know when you get like superstitions, like some people have their like landing nets a certain way, don't they? Or I don't know, like everyone has their own, that does their own thing their own way because it's like a superstitious thing. But yeah, I'm going to turn in for bed now. Jordan's gone off to bed. Enjoyed that lovely bit of food. We're very full, and I think we're going to fish to about about midday, 1 o'clock tomorrow. But yeah, hopefully I'll wake you up very soon, or I'll wake Jordan up very soon with a fish. Well, the solid bags are doing their business. Fish number 2 for Jordan. It's definitely smaller than the last one, but again, beautiful pattern. Another beautiful common. I mean, I love commons, as you guys know, so for me to be able to catch one like this would be very, very welcome. Solid bag tactic coming through. We got a little 10mm pop up on there as well. Well, Jordan's doing all right over there. He's got a different approach to me, which is good. It's interesting to see because obviously where we've got so much time now to fish this lake, we can work things out. He's basically solid bag fishing, and he's spomming over the top as well. He's only put 3 spoms over the top of each one. And I'm not doing that at all. I haven't spommed out anything. I'm just using small mesh bags on a D-rig. Jordan, you want to use my towel? My South Coast Angler towel. Look, I haven't showed anyone this. Look,
Store for $6.99.
It's not on any store for $6.99. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, different approaches. I'm using mesh bags with D-rigs, stiff boom, and wafters. And Jordan's caught that one on a pop-up. The other one was caught on a wafter, was it? I think it was a wafter. But yeah, the solid bags versus the mesh bags, and obviously the spodding over the top. That seems to be working. And he's getting them on the feed now, so that's happy days. I could sort of change my tactics and go on to PVA bags, but I'm quite happy to stick it out. Like I say, we're going to be on it for, well, all year, so we can try different things. I'm just gonna keep on as I am, and see what happens. I might change over tomorrow. We'll see, but I'm not going to change over now. Wow, what a load of commotion! Oh my god, it's about 5:45 in the morning. There I was asleep. I've been woken up a couple of times because that right hand rod, it's been single beeping loads of times and it's been keeping me awake. And out of the blue, I managed to get back to sleep. Bearing in mind I haven't had nothing the whole time I've been here. All of a sudden, screaming run, right? So I get out of bed in a panic because it's woken me up, and obviously, and I was like, it took me a while to get out of bed, and I was like trying to rush and everything. Didn't get my bloody sliders on, did I? My Crocs. So I've got wet feet now. And where I was in such a sort of like daze, where I was just knackered, I picked up the wrong bloody rod, did I? I picked up the wrong rod. That's on the floor now. And by the time I've actually got to the right rod, the fish that actually feels quite heavy has gone straight over to a snag, and I don't know what to do with it really. The advice I was given was to hold the rod high and just hold the fish there and hope he swims through. But it doesn't look like he's doing that. And I feel like if I give it any more, it's going to snap. So the thing is, the fish is still there. Look, I'm still connected with the fish. Look, he's still there. He's digging in. He's trying to get in. Oh, George, look, he's coming out. Do you see it swell?
Yeah.
So now, I don't know what. Oh! Is he through? Or has he done me? Something's going to have to give it. I'm going to have to try and. I don't know if he's just got off, to be honest. I feel like I'm not connected with him anymore. Or am I? I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not hopeful. Because that looked to me like he just put me on a snag and swam away. But yeah, I'll let you know the outcome. It's probably not going to be good. And I'm pretty gutted, to be honest. The outcome is it done me. The rod snapped, or the rod didn't snap, the line snapped. It done me straight in those, it knew where the snag was, went straight there. It's not often I feel angry. Imagine it, I mean, yes, the chances are slim, but imagine it was the joker. Imagine it was the big fish, or the big fully. That would have been the first fish I've ever had out of this lake. The run was screaming, it felt a big fish, just went straight in the snag. Before I even had a chance to do anything with it, it knew what it was doing. It just caught me off guard completely. I was asleep. I mean, you've probably been there. You can probably relate to what I'm saying. But I was asleep. It started going off, and I just panicked. I couldn't get my feet in my slide. That's how much I panicked. Couldn't get my feet in the sliders. I was so knackered and tired. Picked up the wrong bloody rod. Oh, what a dinlo! Look, I need to put the phone down now. I'm just really angry. I just need to go and take a minute to just, I don't know. The one that went off was actually the left-hand rod, which is ironic because the old Lucky Charms on the left-hand side. But it was to the right of those reeds there. So it's picked it up there and it's done me in a snag over here. It knew exactly where it was. And when the line snapped, I reeled it back in and I just ran my finger and thumb down the line where it snapped. And it was all like, you could feel where it had been rubbing against something. It was all like, I had to cut it off because it was just, I mean, it was just, yeah, it wasn't in a good way. But I've got this right hand rod out now, and I've got it between these two trees here. It's gone out there perfect. And then this one I'm going to put just to the left. I mean, I caught that one over there. I'm going to put this one just to the left in that gap there. But obviously now I'm going to be on my toes and I'm not going to leave my rods. It was out there for almost 12 hours. And it's on the Parker Baits wafter. It didn't have a pink topper on. It was just a normal wafter, but I've got a pink topper on this one. And the mini mix and magic dust in there as well. I've not put any foam on the hook. What I'm going to do is try and bury that hook point inside the bag so that the hook point's not showing. And then of course I'm going to get some OG fruit and nut sauce and dip it in. Guys, if you do want to get any Parker Baits, you can use code South Coast Angler at checkout for 10% off. Well, the rods have gone out lovely. I'm very happy with them. Done out pucker on both spots. They're going to stay out there now until the end, or unless I catch another fish. I say another fish. Yeah, what a load of commotion. I mean, I've only got myself to blame for that. Absolute noddy angling, proper noddy angling. I mean, like I said, there must be times where you guys have been asleep in your bivvy, just absolutely wiped out. And then, I mean, I get a bit of anxiety anyway, so I'm always like conscious of what's happening, so I can never sleep properly. And then all of a sudden, it starts going and just everything happens all at once. And I try and get my sliders on, I get out my bivvy, I get to the rod and I'm not, at that point, I'm not really focusing on what's happening. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I was so, like, just out of it. It all just happened at once. And like I say, it's just complete noddy on my side. So yeah, I've only got myself to blame for that. But yeah, like I say, it took nearly 12 hours to get that bite. That's probably another thing as well. Because it had been so quiet over here, I guess I just wasn't expecting anything. But what I would say is it's a massive learning curve. Because now I know I'm going to make sure that I'm, you know, if that ever happens again, I'm going to make sure I just take a second to just go, okay, which rod is it? Where is it? Twist the old spool. And that's another thing as well. I've been so used to bait runners as well. So getting used to twisting the spool, that's another thing I need to just try and remember as well. But yeah, just all these little things are just a bit of more experience that make you better. And, you know, when you're new to it, and this is all new for you, you have to go through these noddy times and these noddy things, and they do make you a better angler. So yeah, absolute idiot. Slap on the back of the wrist. Let's get the next one. Look at this, mate. This little grass island moving in. It's just floating around the lake. If it gets close enough to me, I'm going to pull it in and just pop it up on the side or something. Oh, I'm lucky it's not blown across my line. Because I was getting them single bites last night and I just had in the back of my head that something was on my line and it was just pulling my line. And I thought it might have been that island, but I came out and had a look and nothing was on my line, so. But obviously that goes down into the water, underneath the water, so even though my lines are sort of like, my tips are down, if that's like, say that's like 2 foot deep, it could easily just go straight into my line and pull it off. But yeah, Stu was saying the fish, I don't know if I mentioned it, but Stu was saying the fish, they dig into the side of the bank over on the far side, and it just, I mean, it's crazy really to think they must be feeding like mad over there to be able to pull chunks like that off the side. But yeah, that was the reeds that my fish fell victim to, or I fell victim to, should I say. The sun's coming out, it's looking like a beautiful day. Like I say, we're on till, look at Jordan over there, little tarty, look, with all his camo stuff. We're on to about 1 o'clock, and then I'm going to go home, have a shower, and get ready, because I'm back out again this evening. A couple more videos to film at my old club, and then they're all going to be, well, there's going to be obviously other stuff as well. I'm going to Shearwater and stuff. Actually, yeah. Oh, I should mention that. In a couple of videos' time, you might see me with a special guest at Shearwater. Ooh, that's one to watch out for. Oh, come on, really? This is just about to blow right across my line. Hopefully it's not deep enough and it goes over the top of my line. That is not what you want. If my right hand rod goes off now, that's going to just mess up my chances of landing a fish, isn't it? Here we go, clean up operation.
What do you reckon? A bit of water in there first of all?
We're going to try and drag it in. Well, I don't want too much commotion in the swim. Nah, you won't need water in there. Just chuck it, yeah, just chuck it beyond it. You're going to lose your spawn. No, it should be alright. So I don't think it's anchored down, is it? So it should just drag back in. Is it like heavy?
Yeah.
That's alright, you'll get it. Just slowly try and keep it away from my line. Keep it right. Drag it up here and we'll pull it up on the bank. I'm going to end up in the drink here.
There you go. How do you do it? Put a stick in it.
Well, that's going to hold it, is it?
Should do.
Well, my track record with this lake. It's not very good, is it, so far? I'm writing my own book on this lake. The first 3 pages are a blank. The 4th page, I hook into something and I lose it in the reeds. But it wasn't just the fact of me losing it in the reeds. The way in which I lost it was comical, absolutely comical. But it's a beautiful lake, I love it here. But apparently it's really busy in the summer. And I can see why. It's a beautiful place, like I say, beautiful fish in here. So I need to try and get on here midweek when it's quiet. But yeah, we've got a few hours left. Hopefully we get one more chance. If not, we're going to be back here a lot anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. But yeah, at the moment, it's the story about the one that got away. Well, we're into the last hour or so now, and I've just seen a fish moving through here. I don't think it was particularly big, but I've acted upon it. I've brought my left hand rod in, which there was a twig on, so that wasn't going to catch. And what I've done is I've chucked it just under that tree. See that overhanging tree there? Probably not under it, but just sort of like under it here, under the branches where it sticks out. And I've actually been able to go round and just handful a bit of bait over the top of it. So that's what I've done. So if that goes off, that'll be a good opportunist bit of fishing. And that's it, all packed away. I'm on another blank again. Do you know what? I'm not bothered about blanking in my fishing overall, but on this session, on this actual venue itself, I need to change that run of form. I mean, I had my chance tonight, let's be honest. I will get back down here more often. I will catch some fish out of here, and I will end my blank on here because I am on I think it's now a 4-trip blanking streak on this venue. Well, I had the lucky charm with me this time and I got a take. So that's something. Next time, we're going to make sure we land it. So thank you for watching this video. As I say, I'm just packing up the car, and then in a few hours time, I'm heading off to another lake to fish to film another video and fish another lake. So absolutely love this lifestyle, honestly, it's brilliant. So thank you for watching this one. I'll see you in the next one. A couple of hours for me, next week for you. Bish bash bosh.